What is up, team? Welcome back to the channel. In this video we are going to look at programming. We're going to look at what I'm currently programming myself over the space of a week and then daily. So this is ideal if you're kind of new to functional fitness and CrossFit. You don't quite know like how to program things, what you should be prioritizing, what you should be looking at doing on a kind of daily and then a weekly basis. So yeah, I'm going to break down what I'm thinking when I'm programming a week ahead, and then what I'm thinking when I'm breaking down that day by day. So where I'm at currently, I'm 4 weeks out from qualifying or trying to qualify for an event in December. It's the first competition I've done since last year. I had a couple lined up, but obviously with everything going on with the pandemic, they all kind of went to shit. So this time I'm really hoping this goes ahead. The finals are actually in Milan in Italy, so that would just be an epic experience for me to go out there and compete. So I really want to focus these next 4 weeks on getting fit for the qualifiers, and then I'm going to have a few months in between qualifying and the finals if I do get there to change my focus up slightly. But I don't want to be thinking about that now. I want to be focusing on the next 4 weeks and what I can do to improve myself and working on my weaknesses. So I'll go through my programming, what I'm thinking, and what I'm aiming to improve in this block. So like I say, if you're brand new to functional fitness or you've got weaknesses or something like that that you need to work on, then this is ideal for you on how you can program your own workouts. If you are interested in online coaching or you'd like to have someone program the workouts for you, I do offer this as a service. So if you are interested, drop me a message or check me out on Instagram, drop me a DM there, and I'll be more than happy to help. But for now, let's jump into the video and we'll go over how I'm programming on a week and a daily basis.
Right then, team, so this is my programming sheet. This is what I've come up with for the week coming up, so starting on Monday. So this gives you an idea of kind of how I lay workouts out and what you can do with your own programming. So basically the top line there, you can see my priorities. So these are the weaknesses that I've identified that I want to work on over the next 4 weeks. Some of these are more long term, and some of them are like I want to get them to a certain point for the competition itself. So as you can see, priorities amongst there, we've got leg strength, endurance, a lot of snatch skill work, a lot of anaerobic conditioning and gymnastics as well. Those are the key ones for me at the moment. Gymnastics being the big one. It's always been kind of a weakness of mine. I've always had pretty poor overhead strength, which is kind of held me back, but recently that's gone up to a new level. So that's where I'm at with that now. I just want to kind of improve that, things like muscle ups, handstand push-ups, and those kind of movements, because they do tend to come up in competitions. But for you at home, with the way that you're programming things, just think about the weaknesses or even just the things you want to improve on, and try and pick like 3 or 4 that you can focus on over like a 6-week block. So what I've done then is kind of broken them down for each day in the week, making sure that I give myself enough time to recover if I'm hitting things twice a week. So leg strength, for example, I'm hitting that on a Monday and a Friday, so I've got time to recover, let my body recover, and so on. Snatch again, Monday and Saturday. The skill work is on the Monday, so that's lighter, and then Saturday is kind of when we go heavy on that. Gymnastics I've done back to back on a Tuesday and Wednesday, but that's because I've gone for different types of gymnastics. So I've gone for pull and push roughly, with those 2 different gymnastics days. So again, different muscle groups being worked, and it means I can hit gymnastics twice in the week. And then different types of conditioning throughout the week as well. So anaerobic on Monday and Friday, longer stuff in the middle of the week as well, just so I'm hitting, basically ticking all the boxes as it goes. So then coming into actually programming a workout, what I tend to do is put like a big strength piece at the start. So for example, this back squat 8 rep max, determining an 8 rep max will take a fair bit of time and a lot of energy. So putting that at the start when you're fresh, that's the key for me, is keeping the strength stuff, keeping the high energy output stuff at the beginning of the workout. And then from there it moves into accessory work around that. So reverse lunges is my accessory to accompany that. And then some power snatch just to get some skill work in, overhead squat just to again practice that movement. That won't be very heavy. That won't be like a max out weight. It still build a little bit, but it won't be massive. And then to get my anaerobic conditioning in, 15 cal bike, 15 wall balls, 15 ab mat sit-ups, smash your way through that, 1 to 2 rests. So if that takes a minute, I get 2 minutes rest. 3 sets of that, I want that to go at 100%. That's why I'm giving myself more rest. I want to be able to get to quite a high threshold with my heart rate and things like that, and sit at that threshold and hold that. That's why I'm giving myself that rest. So that covers my anaerobic conditioning. Then exactly the same throughout the week. You see a kind of pattern. So strength stuff at the start with this one, EMOM of a split jerk and a push jerk. Just practice techers. It's still fairly heavy, but just more practicing the movement. And then gymnastics piece here, just some chest to rings, some assisted strict muscle ups on the rings. Again, gymnastics work. After I've already done the strength stuff, I'm going to be fatigued, so this is just practicing, getting technique right. And then a slightly longer EMOM here, just endurance, so picking up my conditioning between like the 5 and 15 minute mark, which a lot of these kind of competition workouts are going to be. So that's in that one there. And then again, snatch pulls, heavy at the start, and then building. So what I've done here though on my third day of training is I haven't got the high intensity conditioning piece because I've already done 2 days of high intensity, so I need to give back off a little bit, and then I'll have Thursday off, and before I go back into Friday and Saturday. So that's why there's no conditioning piece in this bit. It's more just a bodybuilding type session, and then back on the Friday we're back into it. So heavy squat cleans, a max effort at 80%. So really going for it on that. Front squats again quite heavy. And then 3 sets, some more gymnastics work and a little bit of odd object movement, because you don't really know what's going to come up in a competition, so it's good to vary it. If you're new to functional fitness, some of those like the med balls, sled, things like that, they're always cool to get out. You might not have used them before, so chuck them in your program and have a go with them, have a little bit of fun. And then finish that one with DT. So I will practice my barbell cycling. So DT is a CrossFit workout. Heavily focused on using the barbell, so that's what I need to focus on. So I chuck that in at the end of the Friday session. And then my snatch work on Saturday. Saturday is one of my favourite sessions because I can just focus on snatch. It is my favourite lift, and I want to get better at it. So I have this time to dedicate it on a Saturday morning. So I'm going to play snakes and ladders. Basically, once I get to 50 kg, which is kind of mid-range weight for me, I'll have 10 lifts. If I make the lift, I can go up in weight. But if I fail the lift, I have to come back down to the weight I was at before. So this is good for testing, like being able to judge how high of a jump I can make. Am I able to judge like my fatigue level, my technique, how I'm feeling on the day? If I go too high, then I'm going to end up going backwards. And with 10 lifts, I want to keep them as consistent as I can and keep continuously hitting every single lift. So when it comes to a comp and things like that, and if there's a max snatch event, I need to know like what my capabilities are. So that's good for that one. And then a little bit of push work. So I don't really do a lot in the week. Not that it's a weakness, it's just something I'm actually pretty strong at. I'm at a good average level, so I don't need to push it currently. But yeah, just hit some bench and some dumbbell incline and some ring dips just to finish off my chest. So yeah, that's what my next week is going to look like. That's roughly what they look like in terms of structure and the days that I'm training. So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday off, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. If I'm feeling okay on a Thursday, I'll do a recovery session. So that'll just be like nice and straightforward cardio. Just get the heart rate up, just sweat through it, keep the body moving. But Sunday will always be like completely day off. I might go for like a walk, but nothing in the gym at all. Just to basically get me out of the gym. So yeah, that is what a day and a week looks like programming for me. If you want any help with yours, just drop me a message. I've also got a podcast episode out that will kind of go into more detail on programming, so go check that out on Spotify. The podcast is called JS Training, and yeah, now we're going to go into the gym. Funnily enough, I've got my recovery session. It's Thursday, so we're going to go in. Got a few EMOMs to work through, and we'll get through that, get my heart rate up and get sweat on. But yeah, check in and make sure you're subscribed.